Welcome to Banbury, ladies and gentlemen. And away they go with the first batch. We've got a mixture of bikes running this year. We don't send the old ones away first. What a variety there is within the vintage movement. And with a hefty kick, they're on their way. Lovely. Great variety of bikes. Nice to see Morgan here. Isn't it lovely? John Jones up from Southern. He's a local lad then. Number 6, Alan Smallbones over from Lincoln on that Douglas. Such a lovely motorcycle, that Douglas flat twin. Got the crowd in the way they built bikes in those days. A bit of politics in Bristol. Blessed and Blood Bikes are to the rescue to get Gary Lane's BSA going. Thank you, sir, for your help with on the Selly Oak built aerial. Interesting bike next to it, the ABC, very rare one that. Bradshaw design, a man with a reputation for some of the bikes that he built. But don't Velas are nice, they pull away. They always did sound dignified, Velasets. Good pillion passenger being ridden. Thank you, Mr. Whitehead, all the way up from Coombe with his Sunday. We're trying to work out which is the noisy one. There was something in there is making a quite distinctive noise. Could be number 18, Bob Minto down from Scotland with his lovely AJ. I think it is too. Dignified departure by Matthew Hopkins on his rally. A local lad comes from Lincoln, brings a Lincoln but number 23, Maresfield Park. Blood bike's ready to go for them. Thank you, sir. Keep going, you know, if you can do that. It's number 26. It's a comfort. If I had a French accent, I'd use it. That's where it comes from. Next to it is number on the Calthorpe, Birmingham built Calthorpe, quite a rare. You hope that bike has cured that misfire by the time it gets around the circuit. Can you imagine trying to get up Sunrising Hill with a bike? That will not be fun, will it? 33, a lovely handsome ball there. Just tells you how powerful a company they were even in the 1920s. Andrew blinking on his little 350 in the left hand as he waits for the flag. All nicely turned out. I love the little wicker basket on the back for his sandwiches. Big three-wheeler coming up. Andrew Luckman and crew. BSA made quite a few of these, but they're rare these days. They never had quite the sporting appeal of them all, did they? They were much more utilitarian in style. Fetch so much money as do these days. If you'll forgive me. Number 39, the TWN, that's a German-built Triumph from Richard Ray. Number 45, bike, very neat. Very compact. Only 300. Now a bike like that, climbing Sunrising Hill, you want to get a good run at it, because if somebody gets in the way, you really are in a bit of trouble. It's all down to the rider, of course. AJSV twin over from Northampton. I'm not saying this is the one that was concerned, but there was an AJSV twin that somebody found buried in a garden in Northampton, and the whole section worked together to get it. This may or may not be that machine. I'm not suggesting it is. No. Well known in Velocet circles. Lovely KTT. It used to belong to one of the Goodman family, who of course were the people behind Velocet. You can tell the Velo started with a bump start, just for the noise of the exhaust. That made a nice noise, that, didn't it? Somebody's fairly determined. I think that was Dennis getting it sorted using the little Velocet. Another 800cc. Good bikes they were. Still are. vintage scene closely. It's a Rover, believe it or not. Yeah, same company. The Rover. Dave Dennis over from Lincoln brought it for us. Yes, which means about 5 cc's or thereabout. Another Vela set, lovely. That's Kevin. Touring version of the Vela set. The gentleman's motorcycle. Lovely purring sound from Scott. They used to call it a yowl when they were working hard, but when they're just on fairly low revs and being somewhat different from that. Now, isn't that a lovely Norton sidecar outfit? Really is smashing that one. Sitting behind it, number all the way from Nottingham. India, they faded from the scene in the early post-war years, but have made a real comeback, and they're very, very strong in America at the moment. The early ones are very, very collectible. Another one here, number 70. Right. I've been inside of all sorts of interesting things working in the aircraft industry. And motorbikes as well, obviously. And they certainly built some quick ones in that period. And next to number 73, Sam Walcott, the little Triumph H. The economy model, the Triumph H. Triumph put that around that period because things were not good. They got very brave and they decided, right, they're going to cut prices, build minimum for specifications and sell them, and they were selling them. Number 78, Robin Smith from Rugby on his 500 era. That is nice. For that particular time. Got me. We've got and behind them 79 Nickfield Douglas. Number 18 on a 250 Royal Enfield. 225 actually. Yes, Mark Popgun, he was not a fan, you'll get. Up and ready to go before the rest of them join him. John Hine. A neat little AJS. It's a attractive bike. AJS had a good reputation. Anticipating the start and leading before the flag drops, that gets you a penalty in normal racing, but this is not a racing event, this is a friendly event. Do you want to get away quicker? Good for you, mate. Number 95, Adrian Rabbitton, on very nice little 5 Sunbeam. Sunbeams made in Wolverhampton, owned by the Preston family who lived out in Shropshire. But they're all very reliable starters today. I've only seen the Blood Rights crew turn out once to give them a push. You lads will be out of training, won't you? You don't find you some more to break down or push. Yep, 2 clean starts, good sign. Number 98, Nick Harrison on his little Copy Eagle. Guess where that was made? Little the CC2 stroke. Another common model of the day, but people do it. They're nothing, they don't bother with that. Then you begin to realise that a lot of them got thrown away. You thought just a nothing. This is just 96, one of the favourites, models of the period, the 350 AJS, Peter Jackson. And next to him, Fred Dumbledore on the James, a 200cc. BSA and out bike. Confidence when you carry a passenger. On the other hand, if you have a problem, the passenger jumps off and pushes you. And this body magic, hidden from view from me, was the FN, who FN, Fédération Nationale, I think it stands for. The armament makers actually make guns and unpleasant things like that. in Belgium. Also made some quick racing motorcycles too, and they're that. We should have 2 rallies out there from Nottingham. 2 Jim Alcotts on the list I've got. Now that really is coincidence, isn't it? Thank you for the push, sir. It helps. Number 4, Ian Alexander. He's been around a while. Well-known family in the Vincent HRD circles. HRD was Howard Davies, who built these bikes in Wolverhampton. He was a TT winner for AJS, and then he was a TT winner. We built TT winners for other bikes, for other riders, I should say. HRD, a bit of quality. Mark Bryan on his 1929 Model 18 Norton, the pushrod model. Very nice. They come on for those things. Next to number Pristine on the Welsh border. For Woodford with a 350 Triumph. Number 120 is Peter Hamilton-Jones from Shropshire, Oswald Street, on a rally. Brother made bicycles and made a lot of fine motorbikes back in the 1920s and early 30s. To one in yellow, a Triumph. Gareth Jones from Landrindod, CSD Triumph 550 Side from what I can see from here. Next trim 122, Gary Jones from Biltwells. That's a visitation from the Principality. Thank you for coming, gentlemen. Riding country out there. 125 with an interesting little bike. Maybe there's little James utility, 2 cc's of vintage 2-stroke. Isn't that a nice gentlemanly touch? Making sure your crash helmet is done up properly. So forward steps are martial, nobody's doing and totally for you. Very good. It's a Gloria sidecar, a Triumph Gloria. Lovely sidecar outfit over from Wales, from the Galley. I do think is 135. It may well be a brush superior. We are in the presence of motorcycle royalty, almost. Martin Hangstocks, yeah, lovely brush superior, the SS80. At one time, the world had changed a great deal. 134 next to Amanda Allen on a Sunbeam, 500 Sunbeam motorcycle. Mile 37, guess what it is? Nothing else like it, he says on his entry form. Or special. Generally, we are not, perhaps somebody's too embarrassed to tell us. Anyway, it belongs to Gary Fairfield from Northampton. What an unusual bike that is. Austin 7 engine, you up the hills, no problem. Smoking, and really I thought he looked too young to be smoking, that man. Well, it's over from North Wales, Mould, on his Transport P, leaving a smoke screen behind, so nobody can blame him if he does something wrong. They can't see him. too. Nice to see ladies riding. No reason why they shouldn't, is there? Alison Hunt up from Tring in Hertfordshire on her Scott Flying Squirrel. Lovely motor. We do get slight confusion when the odd competitor from the rank wants to bump up, because you can never guarantee when they're going in a entirely straight line when they do bump start. So people following behind are a little bit cautious. It's a good idea. Danny Pugh on his Nera car. They were originally made in America, these, and they brought over to England and were selling them here. It would tell you how well they handled, but I mean with 2029 engine, that's not going to 1921. The handling too much, is it? 151 Hannah in Glengarry on a Chater Lee, overhead camshaft Chater Lee. Very nice looking bike actually, and another Nera car. There's another taper, who is it? We're not quite sure if the gentleman on the Nera car has given his number, but we trust you, sir. You are here? And another fine looking Norton sidecar outfit. It's Chris and Liz Treader from the Norton Own. got. But it takes a Norton rope, it's a Spreader family. During his day. Now, when you 5'9", Thomas on his, I tried to find all of that. Can't find records anywhere on that one. 1898. It's 124 years old. Isn't that brilliant? And the sidecar outfit next to it, the tricycle. Absolutely amazing. You often wonder about a combination of that period where the passengers sat out in front and the first one to arrive if there was a collision. Probably didn't make for harmonious relationship. 162, Peter Appleton down from Leicester on a Sunbeam Model 9. I sold a Sunbeam Model 9 once. I think I got £12 for it. Before I knew any better. Nice looking Scott, number 168. Neil Garner. What another Scott? 3 Scots. 4 Scots. Good Lord, they're spoiled. Thank you, gentlemen from Blood Bikes, for helping that one get away. .173 David Kane on a 1930 Francis Barnett 250. That's the two-stroke. Pong, 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 exhaust note, isn't it? And 3. Yeah, I'm getting muddled here. I'm good at muddles. What I'll tell you, 175 is Bernie White on his Triumph. Bernie famous record-holding sprinter. It turns out on a very early Triumph, 1912, pre-First World War. It's what, 110 years old, isn't it? And he's put him on a sprint Triumph, and he's a different character altogether. Absolutely fearless. I really. It's mighty right. I think it's coming from the Russ Superior. I think. Yes. Well, we'll know where to find him, won't we? Won't miss him, that's for sure. That's Matthew Davis, the local lad. bits of the exhaust system, but as he lives in Gaydon, won't be any trouble getting to him. That's a 1920 Cross Superior. What about the commercial sidecar outfit? Isn't that lovely? There's a piece of history for you. Steve Dixon, 70cc BSA and sign. All sign written. Can you imagine having your groceries delivered like that? Not quite like the van that comes around from Mazda, is it? Another Brus Superior in there. That's Sean Kelly down from Chester. That's the SS Hunt in the Brus lineup. Gerald Gibby, somebody just pointing out part of the, I'm not quite sure it was, I think it's just standard braking or something, but not quite right. Good vigilance on the start line. Thank you, gentlemen. That's from that little 1911 Triumph. Why? They don't have the light some of these bikes. 194 Derek Langdon's Aston Motor Engineering Company product from 1923. I don't know what to answer for looking at that, don't they? 142cc. I suspect he's going to take a shorter route, but they don't have so many testing hills. Sunrising is a real test of bike and rider, and power indeed. 191, Chris Pierce, another black period aerial. Black period because they painted them all black for no other reason. Chris Chant, long-time sidecar racing with Vincent. Goodness me, he was so quick. Just to watch him drifting around the park and the like. Nowadays, got a lovely collection of Vincent, and this one is HRD. And enjoys just riding like a fairly civilised person on the road. Interesting bike, Mike Jones, BMW 1928. Characteristic flat twin engine, the cylinders either side, and they're still building in that. Somewhat quicker, somewhat bigger, but they're still building with the cylinders just slipping out the sides. That's two sunbeams in the front, matching jumpers. That's a good team. That's the Barringers from Northampton on 500 and 350cc sunbeams respectively. Nice turnout there. Ray McCabe on his AJS said, I think the visitor's about to start. being very obedient. Got waved on. And with it, lads, it's 211 Martin Walker's, what is that, 1913 time. Quick for touring. With a petrol ration on the back. Looks like a spare drive belt as well he's got there in case of any breaks in that particular department. And gently getting away. Mike Jones was the last one away on his Northland. The last one to arrive. This is what we were talking about earlier with a tricycle. The passenger, we must have extraordinary faith in the driver. Driver in this case is Jacqueline Beckerstaff, well-known journalist, Leon Boulay. Built in 1897. I've been around on the front of that, couldn't you? You do what I tell you, Mum, you'll be okay. But you never know what happens. Very gently. Jacqueline Bickerstaff is an intrepid rider of veteran stuff. I can remember overtaking her. I was sitting in the van with my Norton in comfort, coming back from Montreux in France, and it was shutting it down. And there was this 1911, I think it was, such this Triumph being ridden through the rain back to the port. That was Jacqueline. No mean rider, believe me. 220, Pino Lombardi on a 1918 Triumph. That's rather nice, isn't it? I'm picking out here Colin Myers on a 200cc Royal Enfield. Did the Land's End to Chronic Roadrun in 1991. Magic. And he completed his 30th Banbury Run in 2019. Magic stuff. .227 Gordon Smith, Rudge, sidecar outfit, Rudge Coventry, all sorts of stuff in there. The motorcycles after the Second World War, they were extremely good. .233 Alan Berkshire from Northampton. Entry's not run, I must say. For active sections of it. 224 Peter Welsh from Derby. No, I was the wrong number. I beg your pardon. 234 Bernard Blackwell from Southwest on the JES Mobile Cyclette. Definitely suggests France. Just behind it, Justin Isaacs on a Scott TT Raptor. Being slightly delayed, I think, by the French lightweight. thought it'd be a little launch-type sidecar, or VSA sloper. Sloper because the cylinder was disposed at the slope, supposedly for better cooling. I always looked at these things as a kid. I saw those launches and thought, well, I wonder if he put it in the water. It was not unknown. Sometimes it was done intentionally. I don't think it often worked, though. Departure, Alan Dovey on his aerial. That's going well for a 250. Number 242 is Mary Roberts from Ledbury on her Little Rex Acme, Birmingham built Acme, 250cc 2-stroke. The push it doesn't work. We've got one of those motor-driven starters, race bike tubes. That we do know that someone like Agostino's got one of those yellow starter motors. Through there, no, it's well done, lad. That like 254, the Sunbeam of Tom McEwen. 2 owners ever. That's since 1921. Blimey. His uncle must have been a long time rider in that case. That's over 100 years. 2 owners.
Just the 3-wheeler I'm on. 258. Thank you. Oh yeah.
With an Aero Anzani engine. Very different from the more common engine of the period. 264. I'm not to comment on every one though, that's for sure. '61 Ned. Project. And then something so nice. Real quality root pop Ned being finished. 257. Two. Yeah. .269 waiting is Jonathan James. I write B twin 770cc. .271, complete with pedal assistance. Alan Paul Anna Williams on his Minerva. I'm pretty sure it's Belgian, but I'll make the correction on that. 211cc is built in 1902, so it will not be rapid. All credit to them, that is how they're riding it round. If you look at the courses following, that's 30 miles, course A. That's not a bad trip on a machine like that. 111 years old. Power Plus in the middle of the run. 268 is heading. Indian Power Plus. There was such a quality bike in their day, 1921. This is his fourth attempt on Dad's bike. Very trusting Dad. The man says he's aiming for sunrising. That does sort them out. .281 Rob Bain on a Triumph Ricardo, sporty bike they built. Rapid motor, slightly iffy handling. Dare I mention that's what Triumph were renowned for years later? I'll probably do that. Nevertheless, it's a fact. Anyway, this is the Triumph Ricardo. Very interesting bike. It's not slow. I thought what we ought to all sympathise with is people 100 years old or whatever, kept waiting and put them into neutral and hold them on the clutch, which doesn't like it. Keep pulling away. is more fun. Not that you do. I mean, some bike runs just don't. 287, yeah, like the Red Humber. Malcolm Woods, nice, or 350 Humber. Is from Bloodbite, yeah. Now, need to go and push, and not actually getting a lot of work to do. $292 Cherry Cole PSA 250, the motorbike in its day. PSA burning a small one, a much company. They did a work in their day. Sadly, they went the way of too many in the industry. That's Barry Robinson Codal. Say 187. 187. Slightly late starting now. 187 is Ian Day on his sorting out some problems, and he's out to have a ride. Interesting to see a scooter. Yeah, a scooter. It's a pedal scooter. Lovely, and you stand up on it, you don't sit down. Well, you're either sitting down stuff on this, you know. Bike and now another 302, the OEC, Tony Butcher, OEC, or I think you just say Old Engineering Contractors of OEC, which is unnecessary criticism. It certainly has some novel ideas. If you look at those front four, very, very stable apparently. But a bit inclined to go straight ahead when you wanted to go around corners. So I'm told by people who've ridden them. Yeah, it is Peter Heidman on another area from the late 20s, Black Area. They are highly valued within the Owners Club. People get a bit excited about Black Areas. Bingham. 96. What was like? That sounds sporty, doesn't it? My goodness me, he's not going to hang about. 313 on the line now, Martin Hoy from Bushy down in Hertfordshire. Another 500 Norton. There are marshals gathering ready to push a reluctant starter. Jeremy Lane's New Imperial. There's an old maxim in motorcycle days years ago. They never start when they're watched. And having had that embarrassing experience of kicking away in front of a curious and not very sympathetic crowd, I know what they mean. Luxury indeed. That's the problem. All you need is a bit of push and shove. 3-2. That was a smart looking motorcycle. Patrick Turley's Hudson. Great confidence, he's actually got it in gear, clutching and ready to go as soon as he gets the sign. Well, that's one new Hudson owner. Satisfied that he demonstrated the others how these things do go. Not bad for a 25-year-old motorbike. Sitting there waiting. Please let me get on with it. It's the same. Theo Ken Pell with his Montgomery Super Sport. You do wonder what the presumption of people in 1930 to be on a 200cc Super Sport. Come on guys, that's big. Well, point is made, he got away very well. .332 and 334, we've got side-by-side spots. Jeff Green from Manchester on the right-hand side on Super Squirrel. Next to him, .1930. What is Super and what is flying is a moot point, I think. Quite intriguing with marshals picking up the odd bit and offering it to what I think is the owner. And somebody shaking his head, not mine mate, don't know anything about it. And you wonder who didn't stop halfway around because they haven't got this, whatever this may be. Another nearer car. They are intriguing little things. This is a 1921 220cc version. A gentle little thing. Number 321. There's aerial here. Oh, an aerial I saw being pushed through. There's a red light on the line now, number 345, at the front of Norton's overhead aft engines, which was redesigned a couple of years ago. It was launched, and total domination of international racing in the 30s right through to the offbeat IBM as war approached. The bike to race at that time. All over the continent, all over most continents, Nortons were winning. Peugeot. There you are, Peugeot. They made all sorts of bicycles, mopeds, scooters, cars. Certainly a very active manufacturer in the 1920s and 30s. Peugeot not in a hurry. Type 2 is Martin Daly from Cambridge with another of those new Hudsons. What are those coming through today? You smoke but gently. 3, 4. Michael Buff, 1925. Model B. Relay with a rally. Busy place in Nottingham in a number of the rally works. I know they ended up doing a thing like the Rally Wisp, which did not exactly move the earth. But they built some very fine quick bikes in the 30s and the 20s and 30s. My golly, that Scott made that well, didn't it? Underway on his another rep. That's nice. A bit of impromptu work by a mechanic. Peter Rosenthal. Thank you for sorting him out. We're getting towards the end, guys. Try in a half horsepower the car outfit. 1908. Ooh. Now that is a challenge. Pulling a sidecar with a 1908 Triumph, isn't it? 'It's interesting. If you look at number 371, JS 50, it looks so small, but in fact they were pretty powerful, and as you can see from the size of it, quite lightweight. Very successful sporting machinery. .373, I think, is the Rally Flat Twin. Now that is unusual. Yes, Rally Flat Twin. I know there was one in captivity in the Isle of Man, but they're pretty hard to find. .375, 379, the Grand 9, 1926 to 25 Royal Enfield. .379 Graham 9, another Royal Enfield 225. They made a lot of two-strokes back then, Royal Enfield, didn't they? Number 380, Graham Taylor, and BSA 1927. Two very gentle departures there. No great hurry. Another little BSA tank. Very popular bike in their day. This is number 383. Martins up from Swindon. Somebody must have done pretty good business in building picnic baskets to put on back of vintage motorbikes. You see a lot of them about. Good looking Scot. This is from Stephen Gibbons up front, Hampstead in Surrey. A flying squirrel. 600cc water-cooled two-stroke. And he's looking very cheap to get away with it. Stop sitting there with a clutch in. Yep. Thought he was in a bit of a hurry. 3-8 wasn't. That's John Kidd on his 1926 Sunbeam. .392 is Terry Brown from Kingsley with a 350 New Imperial. New Imperial, another one built in Birmingham. God, they made a lot of motorbikes in Birmingham in those days. 395, the one on the list is Harris Coombs from Oxted. Now I'm looking out for 394. Julie Diplock is supposed to be there. Have I missed her? Julie Diplock, who runs out promotions and a lot of shows down in the south. These three bikes, 396, 397, 398, late entries apparently, and they're not on the information sheet. Can I tell you? No. I can recognise a PSE, I can recognise a Triumph. I think you can run out of that. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, well, thank you, Start Crew. Thank you all you guys, thanks for the help you gave. Thank you everybody who's helped to get the thing underway. Most of all, thank you to the competitors, the riders,